Good afternoon. This is the last one of the day, I believe. So I'm glad you all turned up. Thank you very much. This project is very different. This is an underwater mining project, so very different from everything else you've seen. But it's really certainly an exciting project that we're glad to present to you. So, according to the U.S. Geological Survey, 80% of the world's cobalt lives on the ocean floor, and as part of this cobalt deposit, Ocean Minerals has got what we believe is the largest undeveloped cobalt resource in the world. We have a 1 million ton Ni 43-101 resource on the ocean floor in the Cook Islands. The Cook Islands is a great place to be doing business. It is a sovereign country. It has good mining legislation in place, and this is underwater mining legislation. And it is very supportive of the underwater mining space. So this is a great geopolitically stable environment for us to be doing business in. As far as the resource itself is concerned, in 2016 and 2017, we signed agreements with the Cook Islands. During those agreements, what we were able to secure was the exclusive right to have first mover position on 5 regions within the Cook Islands. And these are areas that we identified as highly prospective for cobalt resource. In those areas 4 and 5, we were able to get our hands on a whole bunch of samples that we were able to take and have a third party do a Ni 43-101 resource report for us. That resource reports 202 million tons of ore with a cobalt grade of 0.05%, resulting in 1 million tons of cobalt. However, in addition to that, this is a polymetallic deposit, and we also have 470 million tons of nickel. We have 260,000 tons of copper, and we have 31 million tons of manganese. In the economics, we only report the revenues gained from the cobalt, copper, and the nickel. In the area, we also have an exploration target with a possible additional 2.5 million tons of cobalt. So this deposit on the sea floor is a 2-dimensional deposit. The cobalt nodules, or the polymetallic nodules that we are targeting, are similar to having a bag of potatoes emptied out on your kitchen floor. These nodules sit in the ocean floor, sit proud of the sediment, and are a big 2-dimensional deposit. For us to go and collect it, all we literally have to do is move across the sea floor and pick these up. And what we've developed is a mining system that uses suction, not like unlike a hoover. We have nozzles that we drag across the sea floor, and they pick up these nodules as well as the top 2 or 3 inches of the sediment. We immediately separate the nodules from the sediment, allowing the sediment to settle straight back onto the sea floor, and we bring just the nodules up to the mining ship. On the mining ship, we separate out the nodules, we transfer them to a shuttle tanker, and that shuttle tanker then will ship those nodules off to port of offloading. For the economic model, we've elected to go to Townsville in Queensland, Australia, and we've identified a laterite processing plant there that would be able to process them. This mining system and shuttle system is what we use to deliver our ore. We only recover and deliver, we do not process, and we generate our revenue CIF at the port of offloading. As far as possible sites for processing, as I said, this is a laterite-based ore, so we've identified in the area to the west of the Cook Islands a number of locations that can, with fairly rudimentary modifications, be adapted to accommodate our ore deposit. What that means is that we have the potential of multiple customers who will take this product off our hands. As far as the economics, As far as the economics are concerned, we have sized our system to deliver around 10,000 tons of cobalt to the market. that cobalt, in order to deliver that project, would require a capital spend of $451 million for the mining ship, the mining system, and the transportation vessels. And we would run at about $360 million a year of OPEX. Using those numbers, we have an internal rate of return of about 22% and an NPV 10 of $462 million. That equates to about a cost of around $25,000 per ton of cobalt delivered to the port, which we feel for this is pretty attractive in today's market. As far as upside potential of our company, when you look at, we're a private company, so being able to look at market cap, etc., is more troubling or more problematic. But what we've done is we've had a look at other junior miners that are in the same space as we are and looked at their valuations. And there are a couple of things that stand out. The first one is that the largest junior miner that's being traded on the at the moment only has 130,000 tons of cobalt. We have 1 million tons of cobalt. So there's a large upside potential for our business. We have the ability to generate a lot of revenue over a long period of time. We have, on this presentation, indicated there are a couple of key events that we are aiming to deliver on, and each of those will deliver improved valuation. As far as our funding is concerned, we're currently raising $10 million. We've already got $6 million funded. We're looking to do the remaining $4 million. Those funds are being used to get us through delivery of our preliminary economic assessment, acquisition of our exploration licenses, converting our first mover position into rights under the Act, and then also commencement of our environmental baseline data collection. As far as our roadmap to commercial production is concerned, already mentioned our immediate objectives are delivery of our preliminary economic assessment, which is scheduled for Q1 2019, and we are also looking at acquiring our exploration licenses in Q2 2019. The next phase of work is environmental baseline data collection, which is normally about a 3-year period. That is our critical path, and we will also at the same time be doing our definitive feasibility study. We believe that with adequate funding, we would be able to bring 10,000 tons of cobalt to the market in around 2025. So I think that timing is great. When you look at the current projected shortfall, we should be able to deliver just as that shortfall starts accruing. So in summary, Ocean Minerals is an interesting and exciting underwater mining project. We have 1 million tons of cobalt, sufficient cobalt to adequately address the projected shortfall and to assist with the developing EV market and the problems they're having with their batteries. We have secured the first exclusive first mover position as far as our resources are concerned, the most prospective areas in the Cook Islands, and we're about to convert those into actual licenses. A single mining operation that our economics are based on can deliver 10,000 tons of cobalt. And what's interesting is this project is very scalable. By bringing on additional ships, we increase production in 10,000 ton increments. And our resource is large enough that we can support multiple of these systems and still have a life of mine in excess of 20 years. CapEx, pretty modest for a mine of this size and magnitude, $450 million, and reasonable returns. 22% IRR for a project of this size with this scalability, I think, is a good place to be starting. We're in a friendly jurisdiction. Geopolitical risks are low. Technical risks are low. This system is based on a mining system that has been proven. So it's not an R&D project. It's a real project. This type of technology was used in the 1970s when they recovered metals. And then finally, Ocean Minerals has got a very experienced and dedicated team. We have members that participated in the 1970s in the recovery of nodules. We also have people that are from the oil and gas industry, bringing their experience, and we have people from the diamond mining industry off the coast of Africa. So there's a very good, strong technical team. and more importantly, the management of ocean minerals holds about 80% of the current stock. So we have a lot of skin in the game, and we're determined to make this work. So with the right capital partners and investors in our project, we believe we have a really exciting project, and we hope to be reporting back to you in the near future with an update. Thank you very much.